Welcome to part 2 of my workbench video. If you're joining us here on this one, I hope you watched the first one before this. If not, I'll throw in a link here. Go check that one out and you'll be caught up with us. So for the last one, I made this part here and cleaned out this whole corner here. I brought it 2 feet off of the barn there. I decided that was as far out as I wanted to come. I still have to, for this section obviously I still have to put the plywood on and I still have to build the overhead, but I'm not going to be doing anything overhead until I get all of the bottom done and with plywood. That's the main thing. I want to be able to start working off of it. So it doesn't matter if I have overhead or not. If I don't have plywood on this, I still can't work off of it. So that's the first part. Plus I want to be able to stand on it and not have to try to balance on the little the studs in between there while I'm doing all the overhead stuff. I'd like to have a nice solid platform to stand on, and that'll make things a lot easier doing all that up there. So for this part, we are going to be coming off here and coming on down this way. Like I said, this is 2 feet wide off the wall, and it's a little thin, but I liked it for this little section. I was going to do 3 feet originally, but I decided against that because it's just so far out here. My mark for what I got here is 2.5 feet, and that puts me like right here, and I can just reach the wall. So if I was to come out to 3 feet, I mean, I wouldn't even be able to touch the wall standing here. And I want to hang tools and stuff on this. So 3 feet didn't sound like that much in my head. And then once I actually put the tape to it, you know, I kind of realized exactly what I was looking at. So for this part, we are going to start building this down here. I need to put in some more vertical pieces there that I can anchor into. As you can see, I just missed the cross joists there. And so I'm going to be adding in some of those on down the way, and we'll start framing up the platform. All right, we'll be back when we have some more done. I think my favorite part about using my old fridge of a workbench here to saw off of, having it right here nice and handy, is also the little whiteboard effect here. I can write down my measurements so I don't have to exactly remember them. The next piece is in. Got it connected there. Went ahead and finished that little pier off right there. Looks pretty clean, I think. I really like the finish on that. And brought it down. I left this overhanging here. So now I can connect this last section here at the leg right there. So time to add in a whole bunch more supports. And shouldn't take me but just a minute to frame up the deck of it there. Alright, we'll be back. The last piece is in there. One thing I had to make sure I did before I put this in place was put in this back support here. It goes down. Otherwise I would have never been able to get it in there right. And see where it going there. Another thing I almost forgot, when I cut my 2 outside runners, I went through and marked my 16 on center. I was cutting the cross pieces here, and I was walking back to the saw, and I was like, wait a minute, ain't there supposed to be something right there? I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to leave that hole there for my saw to sit down in it. So I'm still going to have to build the, however I'm going to do that yet. I'm not quite sure on how I want to do it yet, but I want to wait till I get the plywood on here and stuff like that first, and I'm going to have to take off these arms. I don't know if I can. I should be able to. They have a little wobble to them, so I should be able to flip this over. I just didn't feel like unbolting it right now just to check, but so I'll worry about that later. But either way, I'll either take them off or I'll cut them off because I'm really not going to need them. They're just kind of there to give little wings to support wood that you're cutting on, and I'm going to have a, I don't know, 15 foot worth of bench to hold my lumber, so not too worried about that. Other than that, I don't know, I was gonna wait till I got the plywood on there to start the overhead, but I'm kind of anxious to get after it, and wife and baby girl are still sleeping, so there's really nothing stopping me. Alright. Well, if you've been watching this videos with me, thanks for joining me. This isn't necessarily a how-to. I'm definitely not a professional. This is just the know-how that I have. Some of it could obviously very well be wrong, but I think it's pretty solid and is everything I'm going to want it to be. So if you do have questions or something, I definitely could try to answer them, or reach out to people and ask them and get back with you on something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you in the next video.